My name is Roman Tolstick, and I hate to start us off in this way, but I don't know how else to start it. So basically, what this is a documentary of the startup of a company.
What is this I'm feeling? If you wanna leave, I'm with it. We've come too far to give up.
Hello. Back on the M&M's diet. No tea today, got some sparkling water. Other than that, let's talk about Ronaware and where we are. So, as it stands now, we're running 3 simultaneous projects. I think I covered that last week. And what we're right in the middle of doing is we're just finishing up the process of migrating our technology into a smaller chip. We should be all done with that. We have, and I should be getting confirmation on that on today's call, which means that's all done. Next step is PCB design. Once that's knocked out, we print the PCB, send it to our clients, tell them to download the app, and boom, we got clients. Or we already had clients, but we have, hopefully, money clients. Beyond that, we are in the middle of designing the second portion of our app. So the first part dealt exclusively with the arc lamp, because that's where we started. Second portion is the pathway lights. And so what we're doing is really 3 different things. There's going to be, the app will kind of mold itself based on what technology you have at home. So let's say you have just the arc lamp. That means the app you'll see, even though you download the same app, the app they'll show you will be just the arc lamp. If you have just the pathway lights, the app that comes to your house, or that you download, will be just the pathway lights. However, if you have both items, the app will actually stagger itself to have both items. So the home screen will actually have 2 different slots. So the app, we're working on designing an app that can evolve based on what products you have. So that's kind of where we are now. The pathway lights are unique in that they require dimmable, independently controlled zones. So you can dim them, you can turn them on and off, whatever. So timers, individual zones. And I just thought of something that I might have to address later, but I'm not going to mention that right now because who knows, maybe it's already something that's taken care of by the engineers and I'm just now thinking about it and they've thought about it long ago. Anyways, that's kind of where we are now. We're working through the app, we're finishing up the redesign of our hardware, and we should be right there on the verge of being able to print these things and send them out. Boom. Lesson of the week. The lesson of the week this week is how to get people to share in your dream. Now, I think this right here is where a lot of entrepreneurs, they want to start off with something great and they get stopped right at the very beginning because they think, okay, I want to build some cool technology. Excuse me. How do I start? Right? Let's say I'm a writer, and I can pen a really awesome story for a game. But I don't have a graphic guy, I don't have a coding guy, I don't have a sound guy, I don't have any of those skills. Where do I begin? Here's what you do. First of all, look around people, for people near you, and build partnerships. That's the first thing I did was, I thought, okay, who is out of my friends, who would I trust with this project to follow through? I picked out that person, I talked to him. Luckily, he was interested. We got together, and then boom, we had this partnership, right? The 2 of us, he was a law guy, I'm a business guy. We didn't have any engineering, we didn't have any app development background, we didn't have anything really technical, right? So after that, after you've hopefully looked at the people close to you that you can link up with, if you don't find anybody, or if you find people, great. If you don't, though, you got to kind of look past that. And this is where you kind of have to become some more specialized in your knowledge of what is required of the project. So you reach out to the community, and by community I mean really anywhere. You could look at message boards for coding people or graphic artists or whatever. You could post jobs on job searches. in a lot of places, not in a lot of places, in some places they'll let you post jobs for free, depending on the type of job it is, or if it's just like, say, a temporary gig versus a full-time thing and whatever, right? But there's ways of getting your information out there for free for people to see and people to come work with you. And you just, in your job posting or in your descriptions of however you're looking for people, list out exactly what you need. And sometimes it might be better to overlist, right? Like find, like especially if you don't know exactly what you're looking for, the best way that I found how to do this is really like when I needed electrical engineers. I had no idea what an electrical engineer knows or does. I just knew that that's what I needed based on research. So what I did was I just went on some other companies' websites, looked at their job postings for electrical engineers, companies that were doing like, say like some kind of techie stuff. And I basically copied their job post, took out the stuff I didn't need, added some of my own things in there, and boom, posted it online. And it worked out really well, really freaking well. Once you get your job posts out there, after you figured out the people you need, you start interviewing them. Once you get the interview process going, and actually I'd say before you even do the interview process, once you have people interested, send out non-disclosure agreements. And NDAs are very, very common, so you can find examples online. You send those out, get them to sign those, and then you can talk freely to them about what you're actually working on. After that's done, you can kind of figure out who you need, where you need them. You come up with contracts. We went the independent contractor agreement route because we can't afford to pay anybody's medical bills. We can't afford to give them any kind of benefits. And to give ourselves the most protection, it made sense to do the independent contractor model. And so, as far as Ronaware is concerned, every single person working there is an independent contractor, except me. Everybody else is an independent contractor. And so, you get the independent contractor agreements out there, if that's the route you choose to go. And again, that's also available online as far as templates go. Like all this stuff is available out there. And if you're worried about people ridiculing you or saying no or not wanting to do anything with your project, forget about it. Just post it out there, and I promise you, there will be people out there who want to share your view, who want to share your dream. And it's because you got to think, there are over 6 billion people in the world, right? Some of them have got to be thinking the same way you do. And with the internet, you have, I've had people apply from across the world, right? India, Philippines, China, Egypt, Ukraine, like everywhere. These people apply from everywhere because they see your post and they're like, okay, well, I can work remote, right? In most cases, that's not a problem. And so you will find people that want to work for you, and they will work for you for free. I mean, at least free in the short term, right? In the long term, you have to be generous, and you have to be willing to give these people everything they want, because they're willing to give up their time in return for nothing in the short term, just like you are. And so you have to be very generous to these people when you give them stock, but also keep in mind that, like the way I've set it up at least, where each person working with me gets a certain amount of stock. Now their stock, like it's a lot of stock, but the percentage-wise is not very big. The reason for that is not because I want to screw them over. It's because as more people join our company and come in, even as the company grows and becomes profitable, we'll still be handing out stock. But guess whose shares are going to be diminishing, and who's going to stay the same? Everyone else's shares are locked in. They're staying as is. Whereas my shares will constantly deplete out with every new person coming in. So right off the bat, it may not seem like they're getting that many shares, but it's only because I'm anticipating my shares to diminish over time and theirs to stay exactly the same. So that's one thing to keep in mind as well. Now with that, the last thing I want to talk about is the tool highlight, the business tool highlight. And this week it's going to be Indeed. And Indeed is something I've covered before. Indeed is a great job searching platform. In fact, I've tried several, tried a lot. It gets me better results than any other job searching platform out there. It's freaking amazing. I haven't tried Monster, to be fair, so I can't compare that, but out of the ones I've tried, Indeed is awesome. And Indeed is free. Indeed is free. You have to repeat that, right? It's such a powerful tool, it's such an amazing tool, and it's free. It's the best way to find good candidates. Now, in some cases, some job posts, the way you word them, Indeed's going to want some money. So what you do, you go back, you reward it, make it a little bit different, but still asking for the same thing, and eventually you can get into that loophole where it will be free again. I mean, they'll ask you to sponsor it and all that, obviously, but Indeed is free. It gets you really good results, and they have a really cool applicant tracking system. and I don't remember it actually ever scanning through, you know, the resumes to tell you like what the match is, like the ATS systems, but it lists all the applicants out there. You can contact them directly inside of Indeed. You can keep track of them. You can set up interviews, everything. All the tracking that you need for applicants can be done inside of Indeed. It's really, really great. So, just to recap, as far as Ronaware goes, we're making good progress. Lesson of the week, you gotta find people to work with you, and it's not as hard as you might think. If that's the one thing that's stopping you, don't let that get in the way. If you really need motivation, if you need help, just reach out to me. Reach out to me, and I'll be more than happy to talk to you about it and walk you through like all the pains I've done. This goes for anything, any portion of the video that I've done in the past. If you feel like something is barring you from getting to where you need to be, reach out to me. Shoot me a message on LinkedIn. Don't look me up on Facebook because you won't find me. I'm not on there. I'm also not on MySpace or Instagram or Twitter. I don't tweet. But I am on LinkedIn, and I'm very active on it. So feel free to message me on there if you have any questions at all. And if you need to hire people, use Indeed, especially if you're in a budget. If you're not in a budget, even better. I'm sure they would love to take your money if you sponsor your jobs. I haven't never needed to sponsor any of my jobs. Every time I posted one, I got at least 50 responses, minimum. And usually there's more people that wanted an interview than I can even handle. So, if anybody is watching this that I did not get back to for an interview, I apologize. It's nothing against you. It's just because there's, you know, as one of me, there's so many people to go through. And so I'm deeply, deeply sorry about that. In the future, maybe we can work together. Maybe we'll have more openings. And anyway, and that's it.